last night we broke the news that North Korea launched a tactical guided weapon, which they have not done in nearly a year and a half. The reports are coming in also as well about this, that Kim Jong-un himself oversaw the test launch of that missile. U.S. officials said that the test was likely a short-range guided missile designed to hit battlefield targets with precision. This, as the North Korean Foreign Ministry is now calling on the White House to remove Secretary of State Mike Pompeo from negotiations between the two countries. Here's Mike Pompeo, the Secretary of State, earlier this week.
We have also made more progress on negotiating the leader of North Korea to make a strategic shift. We haven't gotten there. Chairman Kim signed a document in Singapore in June. He's told me no fewer than half a dozen times that he's prepared to denuclearize. We're not home yet, but I pray that one day that President Trump gets to announce that we're removing the sanctions regime from North Korea.
Okay, let's break this down with Heritage Foundation Senior Research Fellow Bruce Klingner. Bruce, thank you so much for joining us. Why the rebuke from North Korea of the tough cop who's Mike Pompeo?
There are a couple factors. One is that last week, Secretary Pompeo characterized Kim Jong-un as a tyrant, and North Korea always responds very strongly to anything they see as insulting the leadership. Also, they're rebuking Pompeo for repeatedly claiming that Kim has agreed to the UN definition of denuclearization and the UN requirements for abandoning their nuclear arsenal. And finally, they're trying to peel away the Secretary as well as Mr. Bolton away from the negotiations and dealing directly with the president. They see the first summit in Singapore as they felt they got more from the president than they would likely get from either Pompeo or Bolton. So they're trying to divide the president from the other members of the cabinet. All
right, so Secretary of State likely stays, so does Mr. Bolton. How does North Korea react going forward if these two gentlemen stay in the negotiations?
Well, some of the themes that North Korea continues to push, including in a speech last week by Kim Jong-un, are taking the high ground that it's only because of the U.S. hostile policy that we have an impasse, appealing to the president to recreate that sense from the Singapore summit by making a bold decision to abandon the current U.S. policy and give North Korea more of what they want. Sort of vague threats of our patience will run out by the end of the year, and then things may get tense. So they're trying to increase pressure on the U.S. With sort of increasing pressure and some vague threats.
Okay. Bruce Klingner, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, sir.
Thanks.